Hello and welcome to another edition of Stock Watch. So as we enter the middle of the trading week, we're still hearing ripple effects from Tesla's buoyant news from the beginning of the week that they actually exceeded production and delivery figures. So even though the stock has retreated slightly from the 7% jump at the beginning of the week, it still is up over 4% from that period. So why is there so much attention surrounding Tesla at the moment? Well, as I just said, they have reported for Q1 they exceeded delivery expectations of over 140,000 vehicles, and this was as I say, this beat expectations of 168,000 during the same period. So it was a record beating quarter for Tesla, probably another one as Q4 was topped. And if we look back on 2020, they had a very good earnings beat for the whole of the year. So very interesting figures there. Some analysts, not all, but some analysts have put their 12-month target for the company to exceed $1,000, and this was up from $950. And this is also progressive news from a filing in February, where in China more than doubled their sales last year amid the coronavirus pandemic. So the electric car makers' sales in China came at $6.66 billion, around a fifth of the company's $31 billion revenues. So, a very big Chinese market there. So, but despite all the positive news, we'll check the charts shortly, but they are actually down 7% from the beginning of the year. So if we look on the January 2021, when the turn of the year just happened, the stock price is slightly lower, but it is looking to get into the same figure by the end of Q2. So sticking with the automobile industry as well, Ford Motors have said that they actually had a 1% sales growth in Q1 as well. So, as that company delves into the electric vehicle market, they have also exceeded sales in 2019 and 2020. So looking good for the American automobile industry as we head into Q2. And what are the signs that are in store for the company as we get into it? So I just want to have a quick look on Tesla's figures. Now, as I said, we had this $10 jump. And, as I said, even though the share price did recede slightly, we're still over 4% higher. A healthy market cap at the moment, very buoyant, and obviously jumping to this 52-week range before the stock split from the end of last year as well. So they're looking to try and get back to those prices, even though Elon Musk did say that the Tesla share price was too high at one point, which is quite a bold statement. Analyst rating at the moment is a hold, but it's looking to be more overweight as we go into the week and next week as well. So that's analyst figures. Now, what I was saying before about some analysts saying that it's going to get to 1,000, there is one analyst from Roth Capital saying that Tesla's stock is only worth $150. Chris Irwin said that Tesla is a minor player in the US and the European automotive markets. People are just assuming that Tesla has no competition when they put this kind of lofty valuation on the company. As I said, over $660 billion that is valued at the moment, and it's quite a significant size because it's the size of the US and European automobile markets. So we'll just have to wait and see what the outcome for that is. Quite a bold statement. So if we just take a quick look on Tesla, the last time I looked at it, I was looking at these peaks and troughs to see if we're going to capitalize on these levels here. At the moment, we're ranging in between. As I said before, we had a bit of a downturn from the beginning of the year. This 7% or 7 to 9% drop. Not much going on the RSI at the moment to let me see if it's overbought or oversold at the moment. But what I just want to accentuate here is we're all looking at the $900 figure, which was the last peak. This was a very good target for bulls. But as you can see, we're just hovering below the Ichimoku cloud. And I believe this is going to give me a bit of resistance because, as I said, we're pushing higher, but we're seeing a little bit of a downturn at the moment. So if this keeps continuing, then I'm going to look at this next target for a nice sale position. But if not, if we can push through and penetrate the $720 approximately, then there's no reason why we can't have another push to fresh highs. So these are the levels that I'll be looking at the next few trading days. As I said, on any good earnings beat or any good profitability, we're seeing that prices do start spiking higher and lower. So at the moment, what I'm looking at here on Ford is I previously saw a hefty bearish divergence before on the RSI, and I expected prices to come down lower. What's happened now is The target that I had was in the middle of the Ichimoku cloud, roughly about the $11 range. We've bounced off that support approximately, and now we're heading higher. So what I'm just looking at the moment is another push to the upside, and then to these lofty highs that we saw recently at the, well, let's just see when it was, in the middle of March, so only a couple of weeks ago. So a nice turnaround in fortunes for Ford. Let's just see if it keeps on going and we can put in a nice buy position or a buy stop at the $13 range. So that's all from the Stock Watch today. Thank you very much for joining me. If you have any comments or queries, please feel free to add them to the post, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.